Bathtub here again. I haven't made these videos in my bathtub in a while, only like in winter, maybe early spring. But yeah, I'm not feeling good. Physically, I'm hurt, and I got to the point where it was a weekend stage, especially after yesterday. And when I went through today's Thursday, I don't know, a couple days actually, especially yesterday, someone got in my mind and they were terrorizing me from a day before, 2 days before, the day before, and it was some individuals that were here on the balcony, 2 or 3 men, and it didn't happen, and they were telling me it's about to happen, and they were telling me it's gonna happen this, and they were like saying not today, the other day, this and that thing, and I felt like it was gonna happen yesterday, and I thought I wasn't gonna see them, and then the main issue was a day prior to that, it was nighttime, and I started experiencing it was envisioning, they were out there, and somebody else, it's a guy named, his name is White Guy, that was his internet screen name. His real name is Don. I don't know his last name. He's from Ohio, and supposedly, I don't know. He kind of not channeled me, but he did something like they would see him angry, and supposedly there would be a recording, which I wasn't even saying that, and I think it can be done because a lot of things it can be done that is deemed as supernatural, but I don't think that really happened. And then what took off is these individuals, and they started threatening me, harassing me with this. To the point where I started having anxiety. I went to the hospital yesterday, Centera, for psychiatric reasons. I needed to rest. I haven't slept in so long, like a good healthy sleep. Last night was one of the only ones in weeks actually, and then yeah, or at least a week. The last week was horrible. I could only get 3 hours of sleep. I started getting tooth pains, which my teeth are damaged a little. Diabetes really hurt me, and malnourishment, not taking full care, but it's individuals, when I had a thought, I don't even know what it was about. I guess, individuals communicate with me, so I don't even know. A lot of times I don't even think I'm trying to, exercise, trying to relieve anything, and it's almost impossible. So individuals hurt me with the toothache, and I couldn't sleep for so long, and eventually weakened me, They did weaken me. They're making sure my body gives out, and my mind, and who knows what else. I'm gonna mention with one individual, his name is Julio Cordero. He mentally, it was just his communication, and just I couldn't relieve it, and he was just like, yeah, I want your soul. I mean, how fucking it's beyond disturbing and grim what that is, And yesterday was just fear bound, and I have no problem with talking. Not anybody. I have no problem with communicating with them like this and that thing, but I'm not the one that's paranoid. Although yesterday they tried to give me that, I'm not the one of menace. So whatever it is, it's somebody else. And somebody else put on me. Also, I'm not going to talk about how individuals, especially one person, actually no, not one person, multiple individuals conspire me to either be evil, menace, who knows what else. Who knows? Yesterday I was walking, and I tried to go to the psychiatric unit, and they denied me actually. I was there for 5 to 6 hours, for around 5 to 9:30 or something like that. So 4.5, and I waited, and at the end they said no, because you're not in danger to yourself or anybody else. I'm like, and there was at least one other person. He said, no, I'm not addicted to myself. I didn't tell anybody that. They hit him, and they didn't hit me. I needed to rest. I needed counsel. I needed to talk to somebody. Maybe not so much about this, because a lot of people just don't want to hear it, this and the other thing. I don't know how many people know it's the truth, how many people don't, but just about anything. I am going through a depression mode, depression mode, depression sentiments. I don't think I'm fully depressed, but I think about serenity. Chunya, Pusha as well. Cuddles is he's alone. Not alone. He's without the others, and Sparky. And sometimes they get memories, and it's companions, friends that I had, and a lot of them got hurt.